Good morning to all the participants, and today we will discuss addition of fractions and subtraction of fractions of any variety. Over the last 3 sessions, we have been preparing a background for doing any calculations in fractions. And if you recall, there were 2 important concepts which we discussed. The first was of the long and short form of fractions. Remember that? And the second was the concept of equal ratios. So if we understand equal ratios, which is another word for equivalent fractions, and if we understand the long and short form, then we are ready to discuss addition of any 2 fractions. So shall we begin with some revision of these 2 concepts? Are we ready, Nandita and Navnirmiti? Okay? So I won't ask you to write unless we need to. Just answer orally. I want you to tell me the long form of 2 by 4. Navnirmiti?
1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 4.
That's right. One more question. What is the long form of 2 by 3, Nandita?
1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3 is equal to 2 upon 3.
Right. Next question to Navnirmiti. What is the short form of this?
3 by 4.
3 by 4. Okay. All right. So now let me give you a problem to write with. On your slates, write down this problem. Write down the long form of this problem in your slates. Okay, and on the other side of the slate is that blank. Write down the short form of what you wrote there. So what should I write here? 3 by 8 plus 2 by 8 is equal to
5 by 8.
5 by 8. Okay. Three by 8 plus 2 by 8 is equal to 5 by 8. So Nandita, can you tell me where did I get this 5 from?
1 by 8, 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 8 is 3 upon 8 plus 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 8, which is 2 upon 8, is equal to 5 upon 8.
Right. But from the numbers here, where did I get the 5?
3 plus 2.
3 plus 2. I did not add up the 8s. I only added up the numbers above the line. 3 parts plus 2 parts is equal to 5 parts. And the parts are all the same. The parts here are parts of 1 by 8. Okay? So I can write 3 by 8 as 3 parts of 1 by 8. 3 into 1 by 8. The long form is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8, which is 1 by 8 taken 3 times. So that is 3 times 1 by 8. So these are the parts, and this is how many parts. So if I have 3 by 8, this is 3 parts of 1 by 8. This is all revision. This is something that we have done in the previous 3 or 4 sessions. But let me just ask 1 or 2 more questions to make sure that this is clear. So let me write another fraction. And Nandita, tell me, how many parts of what is this?
2 parts of 1 upon 3.
2 parts of 1 upon 3. Very good. And Gyanjyoti, tell me, can you tell me how many parts of what this is?
15 parts of 1 by 8.
15 parts of 1 by 8. Great. So this is the long form and the short form. This is something that we did first. And then we did another concept, which was the concept of equal ratios. So are we ready to do some revision with the concept of equal ratios? Gyanjyoti, on your slate, write the equal ratios for 2 by 3. Okay, show those to me, what you've written. 2 by 3 is equal to 4 by 6, is equal to 6 by 9, is equal to 8 by 12. Very good, right? And let's do one, Nandita. Write the equal ratios for 3 by 8. Okay, that's enough. Show me. 3 by 8 is equal to 6 by 16, and that's also equal to 30 by 80. Very good. So I think we remember what we have done, and I would like to inform all the participants that there are worksheets prepared for what we have done in the previous sessions, and those worksheets are available on the website ebcdmath.org. This website, EBCD, stands for everybody can do. Everybody can do math. And this is the collective that is bringing this program to you. There are, at this point in time, 3 organizations and 1 trust who are part of this collective. There is the Navnirmiti Eduquality Foundation, which is also producing this video. There is the Navnirmiti Learning Foundation, which also does this program in Marathi. there is the Eduquality from Guwahati, and there is the Navnirmiti Trust. So these 4 organizations are bringing this program to you. And it is very important that after understanding how to make and write, that you practice with pencil and paper. For that, we don't need to do it on video, but you go to the website. The website address is at the end of this program. And on that website, you can access the worksheets and assessments, and you can yourself do some practice with pencil and paper. So having done that, now let us see how to add any 2 fractions, even if they are not of the same type. We know it's very easy to add 2 fractions of the same type. So 3 by 8, which is 3 pieces of 1 by 8, plus 2 by 8, which is 2 pieces of 1 by 8. The fractions are all with pieces of 1 by 8. So it is just 3 pieces plus 2 pieces of 1 by 8, which is 5 pieces of 1 by 8. That is what we saw a few minutes back. But what if the pieces are not of the same size? How can we add fractions when the pieces are not of the same size? Well, the answer is very simple. We use the principle of equal ratios to construct various ratios which are equal to the first fraction, and similarly various ratios which are equal to the second fraction. And then we see in the list of ratios which are the ratios in which the pieces are of the same size in both the first fraction and the second fraction. Okay, let's see that for doing the addition 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3. Now here the pieces are 1 piece of 1 by 2 and 1 piece of 1 by 3. They are not of the same size. So what we can do is, and let's do that now, both Gyanjyoti and Nandita, divide your slate into 2 pieces like this, 2 parts. And in the upper part, write all the ratios which are equal to 1 by 2. And on the lower part, write all the ratios which are equal to 1 by 3. This is the addition problem. And to do this addition problem, first is you make the list of equal ratios for each fraction. Okay, so if you look at the top list and the bottom list, and I want pieces which are the same, which should I choose for 1 by 2? And for 1 by 3?
For 1 by 2 is 3 by 6
Mhm.
and 1 by 3 2 by 6.
2 by 6. Okay, so now for 1 by 2, I will replace it by 3 by 6, and 1 by 3, I will replace it by
2 by 6.
2 by 6. And we know how to do 3 by 6 plus 2 by 6. What is the answer?
5 by 6.
5 by 6. So the answer of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 is 5 by 6. Okay, so now we know how to do this addition. Alright, now I'm going to ask you one problem which you have to do yourself. So you can clean your slate. Now the problem that you have to do is 1 by 3 plus 1 by, no, that we have done. 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. So again, write all the equivalent fractions for 1 by 6 over 1 by 3. And do the same for 1 by 6. Okay, so Dhyanjyoti and Nandita, both of you have got different answers, but I can tell you that both your answers are correct. So just share what you have done with each other, show what you have done to each other. And Nandita, can you explain why both the answers are correct?
Because 3 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 2 and 6 upon 12 is also equal to 1 upon 2. So both of them are the same.
Right.
Because they are written in a different form.
Though they are written in different form, they are equal. So what Dhyanjyoti has done and what Nandita has done, you've done it differently, but you've got the answers which are both equal. So both are correct. Thank you.